السلام عليكم وحياكم الله بالعرض حق الجيم بلاي مال كول اوف ديوتي فانغارد زومبي. توني منزل الرياكشن موجود بالقناه تقدر تشوفه. طوفت البدايه هذه لان كانت هي التريلر اللي شفناه. اوكي في ترجمه شغاله حلوين. كفو المدير. اوكي اوكي نفس الكلام اللي سمعناه بكولد وور. ان شاء الله الترجمه تكون تمام. دير ان فانج، اسم الماب دير ان فانج. البدايه
It was important to convey an unsettling and brutal feel to the world.
Some finds will be obscured by piles of dead corpses from Soviet and German soldiers.
الأجواء عجبتني حيل.
In Vanguard's epic World War II setting.
With Vanguard Zombies, we really tried to bring a new experience for all types of different players, from current players and really to getting new players into the zombies ecosystem, right? Cold War brought Outbreak, and we've really taken the best mechanics, smashed it together, and created Vanguard Zombies.
اوكي تجميع من كل لقطة نار.
So Duranfang, the beginning. It's the start of a new.
نبي نشوف جيم بلاي، نبي نشوف ماب.
Zombie story.
The events of Black Ops Cold War brought an end to one storyline. The events of Vanguard represent a new arc. Zombies players have witnessed the catastrophic outcome, the science experiments at Project Endstation.
Project Endstation was
a
Nazi particle accelerator that punched a hole through the dimensional veil and gave us access to the dark ether, where these 5 otherworldly artifacts come from. Each one linked to a powerful dark ether entity.
اوكي في 5 artifacts.
The Deathless, Syraxis the Shadow, Nordicus the Conqueror, Invictor the Destroyer, and Belikar the Warlock. These dark ether entities bind their powers to our human operators through artifacts.
اوه له سبيشل، قاعد يتكلم عن سبيشالست. اوكي في قصة حق السبيشالست الحين. Ring of Fire.
Anyone who touches them forms a symbiotic bond with a dark ether entity. It's almost like being possessed, except the entities can't control their host. They can only offer guidance and their powers.
Exposure to the dark ether.
اوكي عاجبني. الكلام عاجبني.
Enter Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List, a ruthless officer in command of an SS battalion called
هذا هو الانتر اوبر برق بوبو. هذا هو الشرير مالنا.
Von List forced top
Von
experts
List.
to help him, explorers, historians, and a demonologist named Gabriel Kraft. Professor Kraft
Gabriel Kraft.
the occult ultimately led Von List.
كرافت هذا سمعنا عنه بالانتل.
Von List bonds with the most powerful entity of them all.
مال سيزون 6.
The Deathless.
Cortifex.
Former Lord of the Dark Ether grants him the ability to raise the dead.
Okay.
That's why, a year after their worst defeat, Von List takes Divorheit back to Stalingrad, and he's going to raise an undead army, march them across Europe, and annihilate the Allied forces.
اوكي هذا قاعد يتعامل مع شو اسمه كورنفليكس. هذا يخلي الجنود يقومون من الموت او شيء كذي.
That call is answered by Vanguard Special Forces operators, but they end up trapped inside a barrier erected by Cortifex to seal off Stalingrad. They can't call for reinforcements, but they have Professor Kraft's expert guidance and their own unmatched combat skills, and 4 Dark Ether entities willing to bond with them and share their powers.
They do this in the interest of defeating Cortifex the Deathless.
كورنفليكس هذا الشرير
It's an
مالنا.
unlikely team up, but it's our only shot at keeping the Third Reich from winning World War II.
امانه جيم بلاي. شنو نومه؟ Soul of the Undead.
We had a lot of fun designing the different objective environments. Each location has a very distinct look and feel to the play space, so that no 2 areas will feel similar.
As players explore the realm of dark ether magic
هذا
against
بيرك.
the backdrop of Stalingrad, they'll encounter shrines, rituals, and sacrifices.
With so many different elements in play, it was important to establish unique visuals. It is a look that feels more grounded, something you can have nightmares about.
Okay.
The occult was something that really wanted to touch. It has so many different variables, like summoning portals, blood rituals,
Hanging skulls, seances.
When it comes to zombie types, we run the gamut.
We have your basic grunt zombie
اوه اشكال الزومبي نار.
Guys carry around miniguns.
وهذا شايل معادة مشين.
Storm Kriegers or Storm Warriors. They are really
اسمه
hard to
Storm
bring down,
Krieger.
and it's hard to avoid them when they shoot.
والله اسماء راح نطول على ما تعلمها.
Something called the Boom Schreier, which means boom screamer in German.
These are zombies that will
Boom
run
Schreier.
quick and explode in contact.
It's a wide variety of threats, and they all start to pile up as you get further in rounds.
Approaching their own fun was important for us to stay true to our lineage while also building something brand new.
You'll find all of the classics, right? Pack-a-punch, mystery box, crafting
Yeah.
table.
But there's a lot we're doing different this time too.
The runes are something new.
نفس الاشياء موجودة.
Dark Ether rune magic is the thing that the Dark Ether entities use to manifest their powers. That winds up being very important as the story plays out.
هذا شنو
tried
هذا؟
really hard to make it accessible for new players.
It's super easy to jump in and get started, right? You don't need to know anything about previous zombie experiences to enjoy this. Spawn into the map with your friends, jump into a portal, do an objective. You're in it. That's you playing and you're playing successfully.
اوبجيكتيف لحظة بتكون راوندات؟
Casual to the hardcore.
أنا ما فهمت.
Enough for you to dive into.
In Vanguard, we get players right into the action so they can start blasting away.
Fighting zombies is the core of this mode, and it's what all our fans love doing, and we give you plenty of ways to do that.
هو صاير كنا survival is a choice.
Players start the game in the snowy graveyard of Stalingrad.
كنا بيجاوب على سؤالي الحين.
Allied operators in Der Anfang. Here, the players have access to many of the upgrade machines they will need in the battles ahead.
However, players can't get too comfortable here because Stalingrad is still inhabited by roaming zombies.
The area is relatively confined, but as you complete objectives, the map opens up, offering access to other powerful upgrades like the perk fountains.
اوكي تسوي objectives بعدين تكمل بالماب. حلو. شكله مو راوندات ولا؟
Grow in power with each new objective, so you'll need all the help you can get. That means using traditional methods like buying perks and upgrading your weapons at the Pack-a-Punch. But we're also adding a new means of gaining power through the Altar of Covenants.
A brand new system to zombies that randomizes every time you come back from an objective what you can purchase with a nasty sacrificial heart.
Which can be exchanged at the Altar of Covenants for one of 3 random upgrades. Choose from power-ups like Ammo Gremlin, which reloads non-equipped weapons over time, or Brain Rot to turn zombies into allies, or Unholy Ground.
اوكي هذا تشتري منه تطويرات.
Step 1 is always what gun do you have, because those will all play very differently with the Covenants.
I think players are going to find that when they pair up with a different Dark Ether entity, it feels like a completely distinct experience.
So you're just combining your guns, your Covenants, your equipment, the things you're finding in
اوكي
the
هذا
world.
الدرع شرى الدرع من الكرافتنج تيبل.
Be in a cool
اوكي.
place that would never exist in the real world.
It's a different region with different inhabitants and in turn, different gameplay elements.
يعني
Vanguard zombies.
راح تروح اماكن تسوي
To the world of the occult provides
ايوه كابد
plenty of
قاعد يشرحون كل
information about the visual
شيء.
identity of the game, and it helped to shape the way we think about the map design.
We built zombies on the same engine as Vanguard. We wanted to make this unified with the rest of the game while still have its own identity that is more of a fantasy look.
Players will battle across the rooftops of Hotel Royale on a rainy night in Paris. They'll fight at the base of a massive burning windmill in Merville, which was actually part of the Normandy invasion. And they'll find themselves in the classic swamps of
Shinonuma,
which is a truly eerie setting that our longtime fans will be familiar with.
يعني اللي فهمته صاير كنا اوت بريك.
Magic has allowed the team to really bubble up some interesting new ideas.
هذا ماب ولا طور؟
Zombies experiences.
The different
ويتكلمون عنه
objectives
ماب.
you're tasked with really alter how the player experiences the various environments.
There's an objective called Blitz, which takes inspiration from that holdout style gameplay of just surviving, but this time you're taking the fight to them.
In Harvest, you hunt zombies who drop
إيه، نفس
pieces that you
Outbreak.
collect. Players must then deposit these into an obelisk called the Sin Eater. In Transmit, you'll escort a floating zombie head as it
هذا اللي شفناه
a
بالتريلر.
dimensional barrier to the dark ether. These different challenges and eerie environments with dark settings help the player feel enveloped in Cortifex's grasp, and we can't wait for our fans to experience it.
ذوقوا الخوف.
is a brand new experience that explores the Dark Ether universe in exciting, fresh ways. Launch is really just the tip of the iceberg. Everything post-launch is going to bring new twists, new stories, new characters, brand new gameplay. And it's all part of Vanguard's advanced global progression system featuring player and weapon leveling, plus battle pass system integration. This is a whole new way to experience zombies. Welcome to Call of Duty Vanguard. Their unfung awaits.
دير انفانج. ما فهم دير انفانج هذا المود الطور الجديد ولا الماب الجديد ولا ما في كنا ما في راوندات. طور الزومبي فانغارد زومبيز. اوكي لحظه الحين انا اللي فهمته الحين انه ما راح يكون في راوندات. اذا احد فهم احسن مني خلي يقول لي تحت بالتعليقات. ما في راوندات واللي بنشوفه انه صاير كنا اوت بريك، يعني ندش اماكن، الاماكن هذه يسوي منها مهمات، المهمات هذه تفتح اماكن جدد، تفتح بركات، تفتح ما ادري شنو. ما ادري احس انه اوكي وين الراوندات؟ اوب هاي جديده ولا؟ احنا وين؟ هذه البدايه.
Studio responsible for bringing zombies to Call of Duty more than a decade ago returns to World War II and Sledgehammer Games is Vanguard, setting the stage for.
اوكي انا سحبت على البدايه والبدايه يطلع فيها شيء جديد. انا عبالي البدايه تريلر. اوكي خلنا نطلع البدايه. سوينا سكيب حق البدايه الحين طالعها.
Opening the Dark Ether gateway at Project End Station. And now, prepare to face a new type of evil, meet new allies, and make new enemies. Prepare for a gameplay experience that gets you to the fun faster, all wrapped in a brand new dimension of zombies.
ما شفنا كريغ هيوستن الكاتب مال زومبي.
Crossover that builds on the Dark Ether universe, and today, our team will share more about the story, the lore, core gameplay, weapons, and characters that will define the next chapter in the Zombies saga. But first, let's whet our appetites with the world premiere, the new Zombies gameplay trailer.
اي هذا التريلر شفناه. اوكي الحين كل شيء تميك سنس. راح يكون في راوندات ولا هذا طور ولا مو فاهم. يبي له زياده نفهم. اذا حد فهم شو السالفه، اذا حد يدري شنو بيسوي المود يعني حيل عاجبني، يعني الجو حيل عاجبني، بس راح ازعل اذا ما في راوندات. اذا خلوا النظام يكون نفس اوت بريك راح ازعل. وما ودي ان يعني الشخصيات قاعد نشوفها شخصيات من اوبريترز، يعني مو من زومبي. شيء يزعل بس يعني كل اتوقع. المهم هذا كان الفيديو. ابي احد يفهمني شنو بيصير بالتعليقات تحت. ان شاء الله عجبكم وانا اراكم بالفيديوهات الجايه. مع السلامه.